Hi, I'm Molly Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. It's a busy day here in the studio. We'll soon be joined by super steamy, best-selling author Jackie Collins. We'll ask her about her latest sexy read. But first, I want to let you in on some news from my fellow booksellers here at Barnes & Noble, who have just selected the latest must-read book from Barnes & Noble Recommends, our program featuring the most unput-downable new books. Enough of the suspense. The book that has been chosen is Ethan Kanan's America, America. America, America is the new political saga from author Ethan Kanan, tracing 4 decades of loyalty, scandal, and intrigue. Across the nation, our booksellers first read and then cast their votes for this summer's Best Page Turner. America, America is what Tucson bookseller Steve Russell calls a timely and lucid story of what it means to be political versus what it means to be true. Well said, Steve. I think you and your fellow booksellers are right on the money, and I'm tagging it too. Next, it's getting hot in here, and it's about to get a lot hotter because the queen of steamy, sexy sagas is in the house. As a teenager, Jackie Collins' friends would pay to read the racy stories she wrote. Soon they would be joined by millions of others willing to ante up for a chance to get lost in the glamorous world of Jackie Collins' books. All of her 25 books have been New York Times bestsellers. Her Lucky series, starring Lady Boss Lucky Santangelo, is a favorite among readers. And we are thrilled today to have Jackie Collins with us in the Tagged studio to tell us about her latest dreamy, steamy story. Jackie Collins, you have been tagged. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. It's really great. I love Barnes & Noble. I'm a big buyer. I've got the little card, and I go in there and buy books all the time.
Now, see, this is the kind of thing we love to hear.
Good.
So tell us about Married Lovers.
Married Lovers is a book about 2 people that are in a bad marriage. And the guy who's had a long marriage with this woman doesn't realize it's a bad marriage. All his friends keep on telling him, you've got to get out of it, you've got to get out of it. And then one day he meets Cameron Paradise, who is this gorgeous fitness trainer who's fled an abusive husband in Australia. She's come to America. She's opening her own fitness center, and she meets him at a party when she's with her boyfriend, and that's it. I mean, if you've ever been in a marriage and you've looked out of that marriage and you've seen somebody else and you don't know what to do about it, this is what happens in this book.
You're around rich and powerful people all the time, and do you use them as your subject matter?
I do use them, and I think they don't recognize themselves because I think a lot of people in Hollywood don't read.
Oh, no.
They read Vanity Fair, and they think they're very well read. You know, oh, I read a story in Vanity Fair. Well, didn't you read a book? And I was once at a producer's house, and I said to him, did you read? And I named a very popular book that was on the bestseller list, and he said, honey, I don't read. I have my secretary do it for me. And I said, well, how do you make love? Does she do that for you too?
I was interested to read that you have been writing, even when you were a teenager you wrote, and you wrote novels for your friends to read, books and stories, correct?
I did, yeah.
Now, were they as racy as these?
Absolutely. I used to make up these hideously dirty limericks and sell them to my school friends.
Do you have one you could tell now? Do you remember any of them?
I don't think you'd want me to. Right. I really don't. And I write in longhand. You know, I write all my books in longhand.
You are kidding.
No. People say to me, oh, you know, I picked up Married Lovers. I couldn't put it down. And I go, that's because when I'm writing the book, I cannot put my pen down. I don't plan the books.
Do you write on legal pads? I mean, this is a crazy question.
Yes,
is it legal pad?
I like the black sharp pen, you know, the felt pen, the yellow legal pad, and I just get up in the morning and I start writing at about 8 o'clock and I finish at about 4 or 5. And I go out every night and do research. I call it research.
And that's the best part. Jackie Collins, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so nice being here
what
today.
A thrill. And
yes.
As I said, this is my afternoon right here and my night. I think I'm going to be up late, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And here are a few other books you might want to get your hands on this summer. First, The Beach House by best-selling British chick lit author Jane Green is about an eccentric widower who opens her Nantucket beach home to an eclectic group of renters. The goings-on rock the normally quiet Nantucket community. We know you've been waiting for this one, Nothing to Lose, the 12th in the Jack Reacher series by Lee Child. Tough Guy Reacher is back, in the thick of it, trying to take down the folks involved in the illegal doings in the town of Despair, Colorado. Next, Alan Furst has been called America's preeminent spy novelist, and he retains the title with his newest work, The Spies of Warsaw. In it, a decorated World War I hero is drawn into a world of abduction, betrayal, and intrigue in the diplomatic salons and back alleys of Warsaw. Add to that a healthy dose of passionate love, and you've got a perfect beach read. You know, sometimes I get worked up just reading a Jackie Collins book title. We want to hear from you. Which is your favorite scandalous Jackie Collins title? Just go to bn.com/tagged and cast your vote. We'll let you know the results next week. Last week, we asked you, when are you most likely to listen to an audiobook? The majority of you said commuting in the car or on a train. Okay, that should do it. I think I'm set for the summer. I hope you are too. We'll see you next time on Barnes & Noble Tagged.